Hi, I'm Jocelyn Garcia, and this is my Disposition Survey Reflection. The most important disposition on the list is that educators should recognize that reflection combined with experience leads to growth as a professional. I believe that if I am continuing to better myself as an educator, then I will be the best teacher I can be for my students. As I reflect on how certain exercises go with my class, I will begin to get a feel for what works best with them and what does not. All of these dispositions are important, and I believe each of them should be remembered as an educator. I'm a sensitive person and quite observant of individuals' needs. I believe I will be good at figuring out which students need to be challenged more and which are needing extra help. One of my main goals as an educator is to promote curiosity and encourage active inquiry. I do not want to encourage my students to be robots. I hope that through the atmosphere I create in my classroom, students will be encouraged to be creative and explore the avenues of learning the way they do best. Although I know these are things I wish to be good at, I cannot say I have the skills needed to create this type of environment at this moment. So I will make it my mission to obtain the knowledge I need throughout my education. I think two dispositions I could work on better would be modeling integrity by my words and actions and understanding the impact of community involvement and servant leadership as it applies to the welfare of others in the educational setting. I agree that both of these are important aspects to my character as a teacher, but I would like to learn how to carry out these actions and add them to my tool sets for success. As a professional educator, it is important to look and behave just like that, a professional. Daily hygiene is important as a teacher, as well as giving your students a good role model to look up to. You want to physically blend in. These are students that are highly impressionable, and if a teacher is out there with the way they dress or act, it could cause our students to try to mimic some of these actions. As a teacher, wearing modest outfits, keeping tattoos hidden, not having crazy piercings, and having a normal haircut are good ways to more or less blend in. We are all entitled to our individuality, but when you agree to teach, you are agreeing to set a good example for the future America. When you act, think about how you expect your students to act. Do not take actions that you do not expect your students to repeat. If you do something, they'll probably think it's okay to do so as well. The Code of Ethics for Educators is a good standard guide for deciding how to think and act with your students. It goes over the four basic principles relating to the rights of students and educators. Teacher dispositions mostly should have a positive influence on psychological development of adolescents. If all teachers possess these characteristics, then learning should be a very good environment for students. I recall enjoying school very much. I love going to class for the social aspect, but also I enjoy my teachers because they all seem to love their job and enjoy their students. I think this was achieved by the amount of pride that they had in their school along with the students. When the students and teachers have something to believe in and root for, they can relate on common ground. I'm sure not everyone had the same experience as I did, but my teachers were very professional and made me enjoy class. Like in every scenario, there is also a negative side to it. If all the teachers put on this joy for school attitude and don't show any individuality, then students who don't feel this way about school could feel pushed away. As students see everyone around them positive about school and learning, they may feel as if they can't fit in anywhere. As a whole, these dispositions can create a very learning environment as well as encourage teachers to grow and learn themselves.